Hello, you amazing people. Welcome to Rise Up to Positivity. I am Heather, your positive mindset coach, and here we believe that positive thinking isn't about pretending that life is perfect. It is about learning how to respond to life challenges in ways that help us grow. Today, I want to ask you a simple question. What if the greatest freedom you could experience isn't changing your circumstances, but changing the way you respond to them? Think about that for a moment. Many of us spend so much energy trying to control everything happening around us. We wish people could change. We wish situations would be different. We wish life would be easier. We can't always control what happens to us. We do have the ability to choose how we respond. And that choice is where positive thinking begins. So today, let's talk about how creating mental freedom can help you build a more positive mindset. Have you ever noticed how quickly your mind can jump to the worst case scenario? Maybe you caught yourself thinking, I'm not good enough. I always mess things up. I'll never be successful. I'm too late. I'm not smart enough. Over time, those thoughts become familiar. They can start to feel like facts instead of opinions. And here's something important to remember. Just because you think of something doesn't mean it's true. Our brains are constantly creating thoughts based on past experiences, fears, habits, and behaviors. If we never question those thoughts, they can and will quietly shape how we see ourselves and the world around us. Positive thinking isn't about ignoring negative thoughts. It's about recognizing that we don't have to believe every thought that enters our mind. That awareness creates freedom. One of the biggest mind shifts I've learned is this. You may not choose your first thought, but you can choose what happens next. Let's say you make a mistake. Your first thought might be, I'm such a failure. Instead of accepting that thought as truth, pause. Ask yourself, is that really true? Or try replacing it with something more balanced. I made a mistake, and mistakes are part of learning. Notice that that isn't fake positivity. It's realistic positivity. You're acknowledging what happened without allowing one moment to define who you are. Every time you practice this, you're training your brain to respond differently. And that's how positive thinking grows. Let's clear up a common misconception. Positive thinking doesn't mean you will never have difficult days. You will still experience disappointment, stress, loss, frustration, fear. These emotions are just part of being human. Positive thinking simply means you don't let those moments convince that your future is hopeless. Instead of asking, why does everything always happen to me? You begin asking, what can I learn from this? Instead of saying, I can't do this, you ask, what's one small step I can take today? Those small shifts may seem simple, but over time, they change the way you approach challenges. And here's something I think that we all need to hear more often. You don't have to wait until you've reached your biggest goal to celebrate yourself. Maybe you are speaking to yourself with more kindness than you did 6 months ago. Celebrate that. Maybe you are setting healthier boundaries. Celebrate that. Maybe you are recovering more quickly after setbacks. Celebrate that. Maybe you're simply trying when you would have given up in the past. Celebrate that. All of these are victories. Positive thinking grows when you notice progress instead of focusing only on perfection. Every small step matters. This week, I want to leave you with a challenge. Take a few minutes and finish this sentence. Today, I'm choosing freedom from, maybe it's self-doubt, maybe it's perfectionism, maybe it's comparison. Maybe it's a belief that you are not enough. I want you to write it down, say it out loud, and put it somewhere where you will see it every day this week. Then ask yourself this one simple question. What thought can I choose today that helps me grow instead of holding me back? That one question has the power to shift your whole entire day. At the end of the day, positive thinking isn't about having that perfect life. It is about remembering that while we can't always control what happens around us, we can choose how to respond within us. That choice is powerful. And every time you choose a thought that encourages growth instead of fear, you're creating more freedom in your life. And I would love to hear from you in the comments. What are you choosing freedom from this week? Your answer might inspire someone else who's walking a similar journey. If this video encouraged you, don't forget to hit that like and subscribe if you haven't, and hit that notification bell. And you can also share it with someone who could use a little reminder that they have more power over their thoughts than they realize. Positive thinking isn't tested on your best days. It's built on your hardest ones. Thank you, amazing people, for spending this time with me today. Until next time, keep rising up and keep choosing positivity.